A small boy stumbles. He scraped his knee. His grandmother keeps walking. She doesn't turn around. She doesn't gasp. She simply pauses, takes a slow breath, and waits. To an outsider, this looks almost cold. It looks like a lack of empathy. But on the remote southern islands of Okinawa, this moment is not about neglect. It is an intentional act of profound ancient wisdom. She is practicing a principle that has helped her village produce more healthy centenarians than almost anywhere else on Earth. Stay with me, because in the next 8 minutes, you are going to understand the precise cultural rule that explains why Okinawans comfortably live past 100 and why the way we raise our children to seek comfort might be silently shortening their lives. In fact, demographer Dan Buettner and his research team spent years analyzing the world's blue zones. They found that Okinawan elders not only outlive almost anyone on the planet, but they also suffer from a fraction of the heart disease, dementia, and cancer rates seen in Western nations. Now, I know what you might be thinking. You might think it is all genetics, or perhaps it is just a diet full of sweet potatoes and fish. But genetics only account for about 20% of human longevity. The remaining 80% comes down to lifestyle, environment, and most importantly, how a culture views stress. Out of everything in this video, this is the part that stayed with me the longest. To understand this longevity, we must look at a fundamental Japanese concept, Maitai. Written with 2 characters, Maitai roughly translates to resilience, or the art of accepting life's friction without letting it break your inner harmony. In Western culture, we are conditioned to eliminate discomfort immediately. When a child cries, we soothe them instantly. When we encounter tension, we look for an exit. We view friction as an error in the system. Here's what we're actually teaching our children when we remove every obstacle. We're teaching them that discomfort is dangerous. The scientific truth is completely counterintuitive. When we constantly buffer a growing brain from minor stress, we prevent the nervous system from building hardiness. Think about that. Every time we protect a child from natural friction, we send a silent message. You are too fragile to handle this. Now, let's go back to that grandmother on the dirt path. Why didn't she rush over? Because she was practicing the longevity principle of Maitai through the lens of another deeply embedded Okinawan tradition, Nuchigusui. Literally translated, Nuchigusui means medicine of life, but it's not a pill you swallow. It's the belief that emotional resilience, small daily challenges, and deep human connection are the true medicines that protect the body from premature aging. The grandmother knows that if she rushes over to pick up the child, she robs him of the realization that he can stand up on his own. So the next time your child experiences a harmless setback, try this. Instead of jumping in to fix it immediately, stop. Count to 10 in your head. Smile softly and watch what happens. When a child discovers they can survive a moment of difficulty, their brain releases a wave of confidence that no words from a parent could ever replace. Neuroscience calls this stress inoculation. When a nervous system learns early in life that stress is temporary and manageable, the body's baseline cortisol levels stay significantly lower throughout adulthood. Lower chronic stress means less systemic inflammation, which directly protects cellular telomeres, the biological end caps of our DNA that dictate how fast we age. When a child knows in their bones that hardship is not an emergency, their entire physiology softens into peace. A calm mind creates a resilient body, and a resilient body is a body built to last a century. Have you ever noticed how the oldest people in your community interact with time? Here's something most people never think about. Okinawans don't just handle physical friction differently, they handle daily time differently. They practice a principle called Mincharaba Chode, which means once we meet, we are brothers. Dr. Craig Wilcox, a lead investigator of the Okinawan centenarian study, tracked over 900 centenarians over a 30-year period. His team discovered that beyond diet and exercise, the single strongest predictor of extreme longevity was an individual's micro-interactions within their community. The elders didn't isolate themselves in hyper-efficient schedules. They treated every small encounter as a shared moment of calm. We spend so much energy trying to optimize our lives for maximum comfort and speed, yet we end up exhausted, hypervigilant, and disconnected. So how do we apply Maitai and Nuchigusui to our modern, high-stress lives? Tonight, choose one small moment where you normally rush to fix a problem for your child or yourself. Maybe your child struggles to tie their shoe, or maybe you spill your drink on the counter. Don't react instantly. Step back, take one deep breath through your nose, and hold it for 3 seconds. Watch the urge to fix it rise, and then let it pass. If your child is watching, let them see your calm face. That quiet pause, right there, is the physical sound of a nervous system choosing peace over panic. Tell me in the comments which of these habits surprised you the most, or is Mai Tai something you already practice without knowing it had a name? If this gave you something to think about, share it with another parent or friend who needs a little more calm in their day. And if you want more on how the world's wisest cultures raise resilient children and live longer, fuller lives, subscribe. There's a lot more coming. Life is measured not by how easily we avoid the fall, but by the quiet grace with which we stand back up.